Hey fellas, this is 265 Chevy here, two-car garage. Yep, we got a little, not really an update, but got a little, nice little project to show y'all today. This is the firehouse I was telling y'all about. It's my friend's firehouse that he bought, and we'll ask him some questions. I really don't know how old it is, but it's pretty big. You know, show you the side yard. But there's all kinds of stuff in the back that I'm going to show y'all. But we're going to go talk to him. His name is Alan. Came over here today to come do a little welding and try to keep my project going. This nice big side yard. And I tell you what, the things that we could do with this, huh, fellas? Huh? The cars that we could fix and the things, the projects that we can do. Well, we're going to walk inside. And this is where originally you would have like a fire unit, but back in the day it was probably horse and buggy. So this is what we have. We have a big old wide opening, probably I would say a good 30 feet, 40 feet wide opening in the middle of the building. And this is some of the artwork that his brother does on the walls. He's an artist himself, but this building just keeps on keeping on. I mean, it never ends. It's unbelievable how this building is. There's some more artwork. And this is Alan. How you doing?
How's it going, fellas?
Pretty good. And these are the chairs I wanted to show y'all. Check these things out, man. This is so cool.
These are some thrones from an upcoming Mardi Gras ball that we're going to be hosting here. So this is the King's throne, and that's the Queen's throne over there. Right now they're just carved out of styrofoam, but we're going to paper mache them later tonight, and then sand them down, and then paint them. And eventually, when I want to make them a little bit more durable, we're going to resin coat them with fiberglass resin, and then we'll be able to do a really glossy finish on them. But right now we're just trying to get them prepped for the ball. One of the many projects we have going on in here all the time. A lot of the work on these thrones was done by a friend of mine, Gabriel Vimmer, who works on movie sets doing sculpting for movies. So he's done a good bit of work here in the city.
Yeah, this is really cool. And over here, this is some artwork that Alan actually did himself. Well, he actually built the chairs and everything. I'm pointing over there like I got the camera turned. Y'all got to excuse me, I'm not a good cameraman. But this is some artwork that Alan did. And he got some more on the other side. I'll show y'all that also. But go ahead, Alan, tell us a little bit about this artwork here. How you made it and everything.
Well, these are, a lot of my artwork is kind of inspired by sea life, coral reefs and things like that. This one is all iron. It's on top of a pedestal that I made, so these are two separate things. But this one's all steel, and then it's got just a little bit of brass that I did with some brazing rods right on the surface of the steel here. It's pretty dusty because it's been sitting in the shop for a while. This one here is cast out of bronze, and then it's got some fabricated steel elements to it too, and then this is just another pedestal that I built for it. And then this is cast out of lead on top of here. Again, it doesn't look very shiny right now because it's been sitting in the shop for a long time collecting dust. But that's some of my work. And then I've got another piece.
This is really cool. I like this one.
This one is like most of my pieces. It's been a work in progress for years, and I'll still be working on it. You can probably tell these are made out of 1/8" welding rods, this whole top piece of it. And then this is all just different stock steel and copper plate that I fabricated. Again, it's a work in progress.
Like these are the siblings, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So they kind of, when I display these pieces, they all kind of go together, kind of like a little coral reef. You know, the other ones over there, and these, I kind of arrange them, and they all kind of make a little community of sculptures.
Yeah, they look like little sea urchins.
Exactly.
That's what that would be. All right, good guess by me. All right, I must know a little bit of my sea life. But here's some more art that his brother is really into painting. And that is awesome. I mean, a beautiful, beautiful woman right there.
These are actually all done with spray paint. All of these
really?
Paintings, they're all done with spray cans. And he does a little bit, he'll use a little bit of stencils in some places where he'll just cut a piece of cardboard and hold it up and spray through it just to get a certain angle or shape.
Cool. And they had where was the other one? I missed it. Well, anyway, tell me a little bit about the firehouse. Do you know about how old it is? Or?
It's built in 1916. So
1916.
Yeah, it was back then they had horse-drawn fire engines. So it does have the stables out back. None of this wood was exposed when we bought the building. There was actually a pressed tin ceiling over this, and then years later they had covered that up with plywood. And we took all that down to get access to the joists because we had to kind of find where all the rot was and see what needed to be replaced. You can see some of the beams that we did replace. You can see the pressure-treated timbers in here in various parts. The stairwell was pretty much totally eaten up. The handrail, you could actually just grab it and crumble it up like paper. It was really falling apart, and you can see a lot of the termite.
Yeah, I'm showing that right now. The termite damage.
Still in here, you know.
Yeah, that's actually a nest, fellas, of termites that are dead now. But that's what we got to deal with in the city of New Orleans for mostly in subterranean termites, and they did all the damage. But what Alan was telling me the other day when I was here, these big beams that we were looking up there, him and his daddy actually used a chain hoist and had to go all the way up to past the second floor to bring these beams way up there and then come back and bring them down into the position where you see them today. That was a feat in itself. I was pretty amazed by that, you know. But the firehouse just keeps on going. I mean, this is just the main subfloor. We're going to take a walk on the outside because he got some exterior buildings that he's building back here, and which is really cool. What he did, this whole section right here that you're looking at, is actually what Alan was telling me. The whole roof and everything was all on the ground. So he built all these, what would you call these, trusses?
Yeah, all these trusses I built, and I framed everything in with iron. It's all bolted into the brick. And it adds some structural support to the brick because it ties the back wall into the front wall. And we're still waiting on our roof panels to arrive, which should be here in a couple weeks. But yeah, the roof was all collapsed. You couldn't see the floor inside here. This was at about a foot deep of soil and debris, tar, everything else from the roof that had all collapsed in here and had been just composting for decades. There was also, all this brick was covered with that like faux 70s wood paneling.
Wood paneling, so check it out.
I pulled all of that off. Apparently the police were using this at some point. They had remodeled this into offices, and they had phone lines in here and everything. It was some kind of little call center or something.
So I guess, fellas, y'all can imagine the city probably owned this property for years and never done anything with it. And this is another part that he's actually using as a storage right now, but that panel, the roof panels that he's talking about, is going to go all the way to that wall, and he's going to put all that brand new. He already put the trusses up, so this is just a major construction project that he's pretty much, him and his dad's doing it by himself. You know, little odds and ends, you know, friends come over and help and stuff like that and everything. But there's another piece that I want to show you is upstairs. Is he made a patio off the top of off the side of the building, and man, it really looks cool. Really did a nice job with it. It's how can I say it? I mean, having a party, I can just see having parties up in here. It's just going to be amazing.
These are some of the beams that I replaced here on the sides. You can see.
These are some of the beams. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at the wood that you got to use in this thing. I'm going to show you. This is the upstairs. This is oh, let me show you over here first. This whole side wall all had to be replaced because it was all termite ridden. So him and his dad replaced all that. And all that beam woodwork up there. And then when I was telling y'all that he had to take the beams and had to come all the way up here to set the beams in, he had to go through here. then bring it down back to the floor and set these big beams. Look how big they are. I mean, my God, that is some big pieces of wood.
They're 30 feet long, which is wider than the downstairs, because the second floor sticks out about 2 feet wider than the downstairs, and so that's why each one of these beams had to be raised at an angle all the way up into the attic space before I could straighten it out and bring it back down and set it on these exterior walls.
That is cool. That's a lot of work, but man, good work though. And this is way look, there's some more termites. Yeah, this place was termite ridden. So you actually got to build it really from the ground up. So this is going to be, you're going to live here eventually?
Yeah, this will all be kind of an open loft space. I'll have a kitchen right over here where you're looking. And, you know, the living room and everything, it's all going to be just built into this. We actually redid all the glass in these French doors and reconstructed them. They were in pretty bad shape. We've redone a lot of the windows. A lot of the windows were in really bad shape. They were very well built though, and so we were able to restore them. We actually have to build some French doors from scratch over here to replace the ones that are missing here and here. At some point they put in this metal security door, but I think we're going to get rid of that in the end.
Yeah, this is the deck that he put down. Man, check it. I mean, this is so cool. I mean, your second story high. You can see the neighborhood. They redoing all the center. The city's doing that. So at least thank God they doing something. So he's picked this house at a perfect time, because actually the city's putting some money in the area, which is really good. But I mean, look at that. Looks nice. Perfect. And then of course they got a stairway that goes downstairs and everything. So that goes into the side yard, and this is all his side yard. Now eventually this is all going to be gardens and stuff like that, but this is really going to look nice. I love the project. I mean, I'm glad that Alan came to our firehouse and it gave me an opportunity to see this. Look, this is old marble, fellas. Look how thick this is. This was already in the firehouse. This is old. To me, I think it's old Spanish marble. Nice. And he's going to implement that into his house. And these are the handrails, which I think are very cool. He built the bottoms of the handrails. Let me zoom in on that for you. He built the bottoms of it because actually the handrails were too low. So back in the day, people must have never leaned against handrails. I don't know, because they was only like maybe 4 feet high. But he actually, but these are all, tell us about the handrails, how he built them.
This is not cast iron panels. Like a lot of the iron work that you see around the city, people call it wrought iron, but it's actually cast iron panels that have been assembled. This is actual wrought iron, so every little curlicue in here was built by a blacksmith on an anvil out of a forge. There's not a weld in this thing. It's all slotted and pinned together with hot rivets. These are bronze cast finials on the top, and this is all original to the building. I had to take it all apart to rebuild the deck, and this stuff was very rusted. I had to do a lot of restoration on it, and there had been some sloppy repair jobs done to it over the years, some angle iron welded onto it when they added that exterior stairwell, and just some things that I wanted to kind of redo and make it truer to the original design. I did have to raise the height of these, of all of these, just to make it safer. But in the end, what I want to do is that section that I added on is actually going to be painted a different color. It's going to look like a separate element, so that it just kind of holds up and displays the original handrail. I don't want to try to replace what was original. I just want to display it better.
Right. Well, Alan, this is a hell of a project, and I appreciate you letting me show it to all my YouTube buddies, and I know they're going to have fun looking at this, and in the future, I guess I'll come back and hopefully I'll be helping you every now and then, and I'll be able to do some more videos of the progress of the firehouse. And this is a cool project. There's a lot a lot to do, but a lot to learn. So so we're probably gonna all learn together.
Yep. And y'all can check out. We have a Facebook page for the Firehouse Tour. We have a lot of photos of the work we've done.
Oh, really? Can you tell us about that? Tell us, if you don't mind.
It's just the St. Rock Firehouse Restoration is what it's called on Facebook, and it's a public page, so you don't have to have a Facebook account to see it.
Oh, okay.
So if you just Google that, you'll be...
St. Rock Firehouse Restoration.
Yes.
Oh, cool. So we have updated pictures and everything else. Y'all can keep on looking at the process of how the firehouse is coming along. And, well, I don't want to have this video too long, but I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching. And this is 265 Chevy here, 2-car garage, signing off, and talk to y'all later. Need to go try to maybe go learn how to weld a little bit later.